See. Yes, it's working.
It is okay. I got it for the second time.
Yeah. Second try is good. So, man, yeah, nice to meet you today. So
Nice.
I watched some of your other, YouTube videos where you had spoken with other people. So I know a little bit about you, but I have some questions, and you said that you wanted to practice listening a lot today, and so I will speak a lot for you. But please speak as much as you want.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah.
So I know you are from Brazil, and what city or state are you from?
Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. Yeah. I've spoken to probably 200 Brazilians on Italki and from many
That's a lot.
areas. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, the main countries where I have many, hundreds of students are Russia, Ukraine, and Brazil. Those are the top countries using Italki.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me see if I can remember everywhere. I know people in Fortaleza, Salvador, Manaus, Brasilia, Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, Belo Horizonte, Porto Alegre, and now this is it Maranga or Malanga?
Malanga.
Yeah, like
How, uh, how do you spell it?
I'm typing it for you.
Oh, write it down. Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe something like that.
Malanga. Malanga. Never heard of. Is it a state?
It's a city, or maybe it's Maranga, but I have one woman that I speak with in a city that it's something like that, and I just can't remember exactly what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's a specific city in a state, right?
Yeah, I think it's, but I tell you, I think that Vinicius must be extremely common name in Brazil. Yes.
Venetian.
Yeah, Vinicius, because I have had 3 or 4 italki conversations with different men named Vinicius.
Man.
Yes.
You mean Vinicius?
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, Vinicius is a common name here in Brazil.
And I've also spoken with, I think, 2 or 3 Mateos.
Matthias is
Yeah.
a common name as well. Like,
But you are the second Henrique.
the second. Okay, Henrique is almost pretty known name.
Yeah, the other guy, I think his last name was Oliveira.
Oliveira. Okay, okay.
And he's like my age. And he lives in the Sao Paulo area.
In São Paulo. Okay, okay.
So I know you're kind of working on your English because maybe you want to work in hospitality and maybe do some teaching as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so
But
tell me
for
more about
now,
that.
I just wanna get. For now, I just wanna get to a fluent level,
Mm.
and have my both my speaking skills and listening skills
Yes.
almost at the same level. And from that point on, I plan to work with how can I say this, like uh work with uh advanced English level,
Yes.
like work related, English work related,
Exactly.
and broaden my vocabulary.
Yes. So, with most topics, like especially regular topics of daily life, do you feel comfortable with those?
Mm,
Like, if someone
not
wants to
not
talk to
really,
you, okay.
not really,
So, what's the
because I
biggest
haven't really
challenge?
reached because I haven't really reached fluency yet, but so I just talk here and there and practice here and there, so
Yeah.
just just for a while. But my main focus is improving my listening skills.
Right. So, is it easier or more difficult for you to understand British English compared to American English?
It depends. For example, I watched the other day Narnia, the movie,
Yes.
and I could understand a big deal of what they were saying.
Yeah.
So it was sometimes there were scenes where I couldn't really understand what they were saying. So I guess American English is much easier to understand than the British English or the English accent.
This is something that I talk about with people all over the world. And what I always say is this: mostly British and American English are the same. There's some pronunciation differences and accent differences and a little bit of vocabulary difference. But
Hmm.
some people think it's like a different language, and
Hmm.
not at all. In fact, uh, one of my friends is an English teacher in England, and I was speaking with her the other day, and we were talking about this, and she had used an expression that we have almost exactly the same in English, but only one word was different. And when I told her that, we just kind of got a good laugh about it. She said, "Oh, I didn't know that," and but
Okay.
understand each other perfectly.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So, what's it like for you when you speak Portuguese with someone in Portugal?
I mean, I think it was once in one time I spoke with a um European guy from Portugal, and I could understand him, but there were a few words that he said that I didn't quite understand,
Yeah,
but I mostly could understand him.
yeah. I think that a lot of people find it easier to understand the American English just because you've been exposed to it much more. All of the movies and television.
Yeah, but but I think if I get to a level uh, of a high level of understanding at least the American accent, I
Yes.
think I'll be able to get and understand the English accent uh
Yeah.
a little better.
I agree. So, other than having conversations on places like Italki and Cambly, what are you doing to study and improve?
Not much. I just focus on my immersion
Yes.
setting, you know, and which is like watch stuff. Uh, at do you know what Anki is?
Say it again.
Anki, Anki,
I don't know that.
like like this. It's a program or app for
Okay.
repetition, system repetition.
Okay.
Space repetition that allows you to memorize through flashcards.
That's cool.
So yeah, so this method that I've been using uh, has this Anki as
Yeah.
a memory tool. So I use that and to learn new vocabulary and memorize them.
Yes.
And what else? I read some stuff like articles and
Yeah.
what else? I've been reading this book, childlike book,
Okay.
childish like book, Diary of Wimp Kid.
Yeah. My
So
son loves that.
yeah, that's right. I think I'm on the last book.
Yeah. Well, I can give you some other suggestions because my son is He's almost 11
It was
now, and he loves to read, and he loves Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And another series that he really enjoys is called Big Nate.
Big
Might be good
Nick.
for you.
The comic, um,
Yes,
the comic, right?
that's right.
Comic
Yeah,
book, right?
yeah, that's right. And he
Okay.
also loves Dogman. That's also like a comic, like graphic novel for children.
Okay. What it sucks for me is I don't really like reading. I
Mm.
try to get the passion for reading, but it's really uncomfortable.
You know, I've been working on this book for almost a year.
Mm, I
You will know
see.
the author. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
You see the
Okay.
Paulo Coelho?
Yeah.
But this is the Spanish translation of one of his most famous books. And,
Hmm.
the Spanish is a little difficult for me, but also I can't read more than 2 or 3 pages before I get bored or tired. So I've had
Uh,
this for almost a year and not quite done.
but do you get bored because of Spanish or because of the book?
I think it's more me. I think that I just lose interest and focus after a few minutes.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
yeah, I think it's more my crazy brain.
So I guess I'm the same. Like I'll read for I don't know about 20 minutes or 10 minutes, and then I'll get bored.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one little strategy that I do to improve my Spanish. Maybe you can do this with your English. So every month, I set aside one day that I call Spanish Day. And on Spanish Day, I do not listen to, speak, or read any English at all. Only
Oh,
Spanish.
okay. I was thinking like I don't do any of those things in Spanish. So I
Yeah.
was like, what? I don't
No, so
get
no,
it.
I'm saying like on those days, I have maybe 5 or 6 friends who are Spanish speaking. So if I want to call somebody or text somebody, I only talk to them that day. And at night when I want to watch a movie, I do a Spanish language film. So and at the end of that day, I always find myself thinking in Spanish, and all day long the conversations are getting better and easier. So I wonder if
Mm,
you could try having an English day sometimes.
I see. I'll sometimes in the day I'll speak to myself, like in the
Yes.
shower. I don't know, when I see something interesting and I want to describe it, but not really because uh, I don't know if you got the information on the method watching my videos.
I did not.
No, oh, okay. So this method is um is mainly focused on like improving your speaking your listening skills,
Yes.
building up your vocabulary, and learning new words and all that stuff, and immerse yourself in the language.
Yes.
That's only, that's those that's the main foundation of the math. But of course, that's 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 only gonna happen if you have a foundation
Yes,
in
of
the
course.
language, like the basics. So because at the start you start off with a technique
Yes.
that 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 you have to use a text and audio and
Yeah.
listen throughout the day. And after you're done with that, you wanna immerse yourself in the language. So
Definitely.
that's yeah.
I mean, that's what
Those
I
are
always tell people. I always say if you don't know a language at all, you must start with some formal classes where you just learn, "Hi, my name is Russell. How are you?" This is the sun. This is the, just basic, very basic, basic, basic. But as soon as you can have even a simple conversation, you should start trying, because the sooner you start having conversations, the easier it's going to be.
I see, I see. And that method believes like if you just get to a really, really, really high level of the language, you'll be able to speak easily. So that's what I believe in, and that's what the method tells.
Right. So with the Anki, what vocabulary did you learn recently?
Well, let me show you.
Great.
Uh, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me open the. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I'm always looking for cool new tools that I can recommend to people. So if I like
Uh,
this, I can tell people about it.
okay, so this one I I learned uh in a previous lesson I've had to today, like a couple hours ago,
Yeah.
and put on. So for example, there's the this is a method. It's a technique. For example, there's the sentence, and you understand pretty much everything, but the word, and then
Right.
there's the definition, and
Yeah.
the phonetic transcription. So every time there's a word, I'll use this technique. It's a in-depth technique. So you gotta understand what's all about. Like I can't really explain uh how how you can use it. You gotta understand